Hello, welcome to another tutorial. This is a tutorial about the Friday night candle blessing. And you'll see on your screen I've got the Hebrew in nice big easy to read letters and the English transliteration of the Hebrew below in a little bit smaller letters, but should be still able to read it if you need that. The reason why I'm recording this at this particular time is because it's Chanukah time. And at Hanukkah time, we sing the Hanukkah blessings, the candle lighting blessings for Hanukkah, using a very particular melody. And that melody goes like this. So I'm not chanting words that are on this screen yet. So just sort of bear with me for a second. We sing it like this. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Actually, I lied. I sang pretty much every word on the screen except that last one, Shabbat. I just said Hanukkah instead of Shabbat. But in any case, the point that I'm trying to make is that that is a very particular and special melody for Hanukkah that we don't want to use when we're chanting the regular Shabbat candle blessing. And you may be tempted to ask, well, what does it matter? What's the difference? And it's a good question. No doubt about it. It's a very good question. The answer that I would give, and you may or may not find this satisfying, but it just happens to be my answer. I'll give the answer. I'll give you in way of by way of analogy. When you hear the song "Happy Birthday" on your birthday, no matter what your feeling is about birthdays, whether you love them, hate them, scared of them, want to avoid them, or can't wait for them to come, there's no question that birthdays, for the overwhelming majority of people, are times of great emotion, one way or another. I mean, some people are indifferent, I admit that, but I think the people who are indifferent are probably in the minority. For most people, there's an emotional charge associated with having a birthday, and that emotional charge is intimately connected to. It's tied up with that music, and it's enhanced by hearing somebody sing, hearing or singing the happy birthday song. Okay, when it's not your birthday, when you're singing it to somebody else, it feels different. When it is your birthday and you hear that song, it just sort of, it does something to you. And again, it may be negative, it may be positive, but it does something to you. We want when we light candles for a particular holiday, I would argue that we want that moment to also carry a particular emotional charge. And the emotional charge that we get when we light the candles for Hanukkah, I would argue, should not be the same emotional charge that we get when we light the candles for Shabbat. And so, having made that case, I want to share with you now a melody that I would recommend that you use, if you don't already know it, for lighting the candles on Shabbat. And it goes like this. It's by A.W. Binder, who was a very, very prominent Jewish musicologist and chazan. Here's how it goes. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And that is the Friday night candle blessing. You'll notice, if you notice in the Hebrew, I'll point to it with my little handy-dandy laser pointer. Lehadlik ner is bolded. I did that to indicate that you want to chant that twice in this particular version of the melody. I'll just make it 2x. I'll put it in there just so it's clear to you. Whoop, it went away. There it is. Okay, so you do that twice, all the way from here over to there. From there to there. Okay, and the other thing that I'll say, just a little bit of choreography, is that before you start chanting this blessing, after you'll light the candles. That's the first step. Second step, you'll kind of use with both hands. You'll make 3 inward circles, as if you're making circles toward yourself. Your right hand going counterclockwise, your left hand going clockwise. You make 3 circles, kind of draw that as if you're drawing that light into you, into your body, and then you'll cover your eyes, and as with both hands, and as you cover your eyes, you would chant this blessing. Okay, and that is the Friday night candle blessing, chanted using the special Friday night melody, or certainly one special Friday night melody. And hopefully you'll use that one instead of the Chanukah melody if that's what you might have been doing before. And if you weren't doing anything before, now you know how to do it. Okay, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.